Now we'll see the first of the Pfarr brothers for the Golden Gophers, Chris Pfarr, here in the 184 class. His brother, who's ranked third by Intermat, will be up with the 197. Ryan Christensen, the redshirt freshman, 12-13 overall record, 1-4 in duels. Needing a win here to maintain the Badgers' lead.
Both guys hand fighting hard. Looking for an opening.
Here we go, Badger fans. Let's put ourselves into this match. Let's go, Red! Let's go, Red! Let's go, Red! Let's go! Let's go, Red! Let's go, Red! Let's go!
Scoreless here through the first minute and a half, the 184 matchup.
Not too much action yet.
Just like all Big
Christensen.
Ten conference matchups, though. The
Right.
fan base getting themselves involved a little bit, trying to get on their feet
Yeah, you know,
when
it's
we
nice.
get into the third period.
It's nice seeing all these people out here. You know, we got the Super Bowl on later, so I mean, I'm sure these people are looking forward to going home and, you know, cooking up some feasts and that kind of thing. But I'm glad they can make it out today.
Mike, I was talking to a member of the women's tennis team this past week,
Our
and
sister team.
and I said, you know, how do people think that your lives might differ from other revenue sports, maybe like football, men's basketball? And she said it's not different at all. There's no difference in work ethic, in the time that we put in. Is that something that you've noticed here as well? I mean, I think it's definitely fair to say that wrestlers, just as much as football or basketball players, definitely need to commit just as much of their time to being student athletes at a prestigious school like UW.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you know, again, being in the Big Ten, being a part of that great wrestling tradition, all the wrestlers here, you know, especially, you know, not only the starters, but you know, backups, red shirts as well. They're all at that same commitment level, and they're, you know, they put in so much work outside of just the practice room, as far as, you know, maintaining a well balanced diet and that kind of thing, and doing the extra things is huge. So it's definitely fair to say that wrestlers are some of the hardest working athletes out there. But at this level, you know, I think it, you know, for any sport, if you're at this level, you know, it's a whole nother ball game from where you are in high school, and you know, it's a pretty special thing to watch some of these athletes and their you know, commitment level and that kind of thing.
With a lot of collegiate wrestlers, you know, there's been Olympic runs and guys part of plenty of national teams and things like that. It's definitely a unique lifestyle for a high school to collegiate wrestler, and getting
sure.
themselves so much more involved. It's more than just a high school team then to a college team.
Oh, for sure. And actually, as you mentioned before, speaking of Olympic runs, we got Connor Medbury, the heavyweight last year, as you mentioned, All-American, is taking Olympic red shirt this year. He's trying to he qualified for the Olympic trials, and he's going to try to make the Olympic Games in Rio next August.
Are you familiar with how that process works with taking an Olympic red shirt? I mean, do you have to take the year off of school as well, and how does that all work?
I'm not totally sure how it all works. I know Connor isn't currently taking any classes. He is I don't know if I think he just took his MCAT, so he's trying to be a doctor. So I mean, not only has he got a huge commitment in the wrestling room, but he's also got a huge commitment in the classroom. And Connor's one of the smartest kids on the team. So that in itself is just so impressive. Christensen keeping that leg in. Pfarr gonna try to, oh, he's getting swipes. That's at least a 2 count. Christensen got at least 2 points sealed up there.
Scoreboard still reading 0-0 here in this 184 match.
Pfarr gonna get the reversal. And there it is, 2-2. Christensen still got riding time advantage. That's nice, and they're, and what are they gonna call? They're gonna give him 1 for the escape. Christensen did a really nice job of fighting there at the end of the period. It's been a trend, a common trend amongst the Badgers the last couple duels.
So not a
Scoring
ton of
at the
action
end.
there for about the first 4 minutes or so of this match, but the last 30 seconds there, things definitely heating up big time. Chris Pfarr with a 9-16 overall record on the year, 3-11 in dual meets, 0-6 in the Big Ten Conference, including the most recent loss to Regis Durbin of Northwestern. He was pinned in 1:44.
Durbin, a fellow Illinois boy, Illinois state champion. Actually wrestled with Durbin at one of my club teams, and he's a tough kid.
Midwest, just such an impressive region of the country in terms of wrestling.
That's right. Illinois, Ohio, and even your fair share of Wisconsin wrestlers. I think you know, some of these guys, as they move on the collegiate level, they go and they perform better than some say, better than some of the East Coast and West Coast kids. But I mean, as a whole, I think USA Wrestling does such a great job of producing these athletes, and it's a fun sport to watch if you just give it a chance.
I think the dispute here might be is whether or not Christensen's going to be awarded with an escape or a reversal there in the final second.
I saw Coach Davis was looking for that locked hands, but as they show on the replay here, it doesn't look like Pfarr had his hands locked. But from the angle, I could understand why Coach Davis might have thought that.
Mike, you mentioned this is the first time they've got you roped into doing the broadcast here with BTN. You hanging in there?
Oh yeah, I'm enjoying myself. I think I got a good radio voice.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like we'll be back to action here. Scoreboard reading 3-2 in favor of Christensen for the Badgers.
Christensen doing a good job of creating that flurry on the bottom. There it is, turns his hips and he's out for the skate.
One escape.
Christensen digging that underhook.
Now in the final minute of this match, Christensen still leading 4-2. A little bit of a dispute between the second and third periods.
That's another great thing about this team is, we have kids from all over. Christensen all the way out from Washington. He was a couple times state champ out there. Fargo champ as well.
30 seconds.
And there's Pfarr in on a shot. Christensen's got that crotch lift. And Christensen going to try to create a scramble here. And he's going to pick up that takedown. And with the riding time, it looks like, wow, it comes right down to a minute. Christensen's going to win 5-4, it looks like. He's got spot on 1 minute of riding time. Coach Bramble getting in Christensen's ear a little bit, giving up that takedown at the end. A lot of energy in the corner. And we're going to go overtime. Okay. That was interesting.
So no points awarded for riding time there at the end of the third period. Now it'll come down to one final minute.
And there it is. Christensen picks up the takedown.
And Ryan Christensen comes up with the second overtime win for the Badgers today.